And now for the co-main event. This fight is a 5-round co-main event. Corey Anderson and Dovletdzhan Yagshimuradov. This fight is for the tournament quarterfinals. In the co-main event in a light heavyweight fight. Corey Anderson and a really good striker with a lot of finishes by KO TKO and has a really good wrestling. You saw that last fight with Melvin Manhoef. He went for a takedown after takedown, got him down and dominated him on the ground and knocked him out in the second round with elbows. That win was absolutely dominating. Before that, it was inside of the UFC. Lost to Jan Blachowicz by first round knockout. Beat Johnny Walker, beat Lir Latifi, Glover Teixeira, Patrick Cummings, beat Sean O'Connell, Tom Lawler, Fabio Mondenla, I'm not sure if I'm saying the name correctly, beat Jan Blachowicz, fought John Vellante, Mauricio Shogun Hua, Jimmy Manuel of V St. Pro. He's been fighting some legit competition his whole entire career. Right now, he has 14 wins and 5 losses. Most of his wins coming by KO TKO or by unanimous decision. 6 KO TKO wins and 11 decision wins on his record so far. He is going to have the height advantage and he is going to have that reach advantage in the fight. 6'3" tall, so a 4-inch height advantage, and he's 79-inch reach. Not really sure what Dovletdzhan Yagshimuradov's reach is, but I assume 100% he's going to have that reach advantage in the fight. No real age advantage. They're both 31.5 years old. Corey Anderson is the favorite in the fight, which is definitely understandable. He has really good striking. Is he taller fighter? Is he more lengthy fighter? Has really good wrestling. And Dovletdzhan Yagshimuradov is no slouch, coming from the ACA and ACB, M1, all those organizations over there in Russia. 18 wins, 5 losses, and 1 draw. 11 KO TKO wins, 4 submission wins, and 3 decision wins. The man has some power, man. If he lands with one... Man, if he lands with one right hand, you're probably going to go out. He's so powerful. 11 knockout wins on his record so far. He's just such a powerful fighter. I've been fighting inside of ACB, inside of ACA. First knockout, third round submission, second round knockout, second round submission, fourth round knockout, and then a decision win in this last fight. The man is an absolute beast. So much power, really good wrestling skills, but in my opinion, in the striking game, I think Corey Anderson might actually have the advantage because Dovletdzhan Yagshimuradov usually is fighting other guys that don't really have the height and reach that Corey Anderson does, and Dovletdzhan goes out there and he just tries to land that one big right hand and knock you out in the first or second round. That is what he does. If he cannot get that knockout, he goes for the takedown, tries to get you down, use that wrestling, use that grappling, and win the fight by TKO or submission on the ground. But when you're fighting a guy like Corey Anderson, who has a really good striking, has a height advantage, has a reach advantage, also has a really good wrestling, as we saw in that last fight with Melvin Manhoef, it's going to be really hard for a guy like Dovletdzhan Yagshimuradov, who's going out there trying to land that one big shot and knock Corey Anderson out, and most likely, in my opinion, that is not going to happen, and he's going to then go for takedowns, trying to make this a wrestling and grappling type of fight. But Corey Anderson also is a wrestler and a grappler with really good takedowns, really good wrestling, and a really good grappling. So, I think the wrestling is going to be very even, honestly. Dovletdzhan Yagshimuradov, very good wrestler, very good ground and pound, pretty good submission skills. Corey Anderson, really good wrestling, really good ground and pound, and not really the best submission skills. But in the striking game, I think Corey Anderson will have the advantage, seeing that he does have the height advantage and the reach advantage. Dovletdzhan Yagshimuradov, the only thing he can do in the striking game, in my opinion, is land that one big right hand. In the grappling game, it's going to be so even. So because the grappling and the wrestling game is going to be so even, in the striking game, in my opinion, Corey Anderson will have the advantage, having the height advantage and having that reach advantage. I think Corey Anderson is going to keep the fight on the feet, and I think he will win the fight by decision. I think if there were to be a finish in this 5-round co-main event at Bellator 257, it would be by Dovletdzhan Yagshimuradov by TKO or KO in the first or second round. But if that does not happen, I think the fight is going to go all the way, and Corey Anderson is going to use that reach advantage, he's going to use that height advantage to win the fight by it's a 5-round fight, right? By 49-46 unanimous decision. Should be a really good fight. But guys, Dovletdzhan Yagshimuradov is no slouch whatsoever. Amazing striking and amazing wrestling. He's a beast as well, so this should be a really good co-main event right there. But I do have Corey Anderson winning the fight by 49-46 unanimous decision in the co-main event. And the winner of this fight is going to be fighting Ryan Bader. So I think Corey Anderson and Ryan Bader are going to fight to see who fights in the main event for the $1 million and the Bellator MMA light heavyweight belt. Possibly against Vadim Nemkov, possibly against Phil Davis, maybe Yoel Romero, maybe Anthony Johnson. We'll see about that in the next couple of weeks.